This is a concept that will protect your joints and your muscles from injury. And that is to keep air in your joints, at least 30% air. That's in my dance company, that's what we would say. You need at least 30% air in your joints. So for example, here's my shoulder. And if I had no air in my joint, it's completely collapsed. But if I can keep at least 30% air, keep at least 30% air in my shoulder joint, then that's going to protect me when, let's say I come in for a landing, I'm not going to completely collapse. I'm going to have some space to rebound with. And we called it breath and air. You might just think of it as space, but I can literally send my breath into my joints. So it's similar for muscles. So let me explain. Yesterday I shared a really extreme stretch, and this is a really extreme stretch, not for the faint of heart, and it does take time to get used to. And that stretch was to stretch the spine by letting the weight of the head come forward and to use the weight of the head to stretch the spine. However, when I do this, I never collapse completely. So I don't let my head completely fall. Instead, I'm breathing into my spine so that there's space in the vertebrae. And by doing that, I am protecting the joints of my spine. Now, the same thing goes for muscles. You can send your breath into your muscles. And I've talked before about how muscle fibers glide apart and together, this is how they move. So you can imagine that the breath is going into your muscle fibers. So that's such an extreme stretch of your back. So you can feel the muscle fibers expanding with the breath and then relaxing down. And if you do those two things, like this is such an extreme stretch because your head is 10 to 15 pounds. So you're basically taking a bowling ball and stretching your spine with the weight of a bowling ball. So it's important to not collapse completely in the spine and to breathe into your back. Another aspect of this is that our bodies are full. We have layers and layers of uncomfortable sensations, of discomfort that we aren't even aware of. And when we move our bodies in new ways, it can bring these sensations to the surface. Like we're even massaging our organs in ways that they're not used to. And so a lot of this can bring up uncomfortable sensations. I know that when I do yoga, and I haven't done yoga in a while, and I almost never do yoga, but I feel so nauseous after doing yoga. So just keep that in mind. Your body will adapt, but at first it may be bringing up uncomfortable sensations. And breathe into your joints and muscles.